Much, Rona. I think Rona's experience shows us that initially we may want to set up a programme. It doesn't look too promising, but I can remember Rona coming to me and saying, I've only got 4 children, but it's great because they've all got a leadership role. They're all officers. I said, this is great, Rona. Persevere, persevere. And the result has come, and I'm very thrilled for her. Okay, we're going to look now at sessions number 3 and 4 on your youth leadership sessions sheet. Session number 3, here we come, impromptu speaking. We heard from 2 of our coordinators earlier on saying how keen the young people are on the table topics aspect of Toastmasters. So here we come. So the objectives of session 3, to learn to think on your feet through table topics, to learn and practice the principles of group discussion. The session will include speeches, prepared speeches, evaluations, and there is going to be a really good table topic session with an explanation of what table topics is all about. We're going to show the young people what to do. It's useful maybe if there are 2 assistants at this session and one can run the table topics and the other can model the first table topic, and then perhaps the coordinator could evaluate the table topic so that we get the whole section together of table topics and how it runs. We are then going to let the young people try table topics. They get very excited at this. Initially they may be a little slow to volunteer, but once they've had a try, you will not be able to stop them. This is the aspect of public speaking that they love. It's so exciting to see them stand up there and give impromptu speeches. It's very, very encouraging. So we are going to do some table topics. We're also in this session going to be involved in group discussion. Now this can be the whole group together, or it can be smaller groups. If it's smaller groups, then someone will be appointed to report back to the whole group on the findings of the smaller group, and that's a leadership role. It's quite useful to be able to distribute that role to somebody within the group. So, a group discussion. There are topics in the coordinator's manual that you can use initially. Also, as we go through the sessions, you will find that young people bring to you the subjects that they want to discuss. Use the material that comes to them, from them, the ideas that they want to discuss as you work your way through the programme. Session number 4, this is all about organising your speech. Objective, to practice chairmanship through the election of officers. Oh yes, it's come round again. We've already elected officers in number 1, but we do it again in number 4 to give more people a chance. And to really develop good speech organisation. Can I say that by this stage, most of the young people in your programme will have delivered their first prepared speech, and they're going on to their second. And I think it's useful, and something that I added to my programme was to explain to them the different types of speech you can give. You can give a humorous speech, you can give an inspirational speech, you can give a motivational speech. There are lots of types of speeches, and I gave them a little handout that I'd produced myself, and I said, for your second speech, why not choose one of these ideas and make a speech that you can create around it? And that way we got some really very interesting sessions, so I recommend that to you. So the session includes prepared speeches, evaluations, but focusing specifically on organisation of speech, structure. How did you handle the ideas? Have you got good beginning, middle and conclusion? We're really focusing on everything to do with organisation in this session. More table topics, and as I said earlier on, the officer election to be undertaken. Just thinking in terms of the roles of the officers in the meeting, the president will always start the meeting. And I encourage mine to have a quote for the day, and explain why it was important. It might come from a song, it might come from a book, doesn't matter. Have a quote for the day, something that's motivational or funny, sets us off in a good mood for the meeting. And then explain why you chose the quote. Also, something you will notice as you go through the coordinator guide is that they always ask for the secretary to deliver the notes of the last meeting. That is key. I really think it's very important. Some children will miss a session through ill health or something else happening in their lives, and it's good that the secretary comes to the front at the beginning of the meeting and just recaps what we did in the last session. Keeps everybody up to date. So do make sure that your secretary takes notes during your session. I thought it'd be nice this evening for you to hear from a school teacher. He is the head of English at the Trinity School, which is actually where I led my youth leadership programme, or the young people's youth leadership programme. last year. And so this is Robin Ware from the Trinity School. He's going to tell us a little bit about what Youth Leadership Programme brought to his school today. Let's welcome Robin.